My name is David Laurance. I'm the principal of Beechwood School, and we serve families from the Bellhaven neighborhood of Menlo Park and from East Palo Alto. Beechwood School has been associated with Acknowledge Alliance now for 7 years, and the original connection was made through the previous principal, Priscilla Taylor, and recommendation was made by a great guy named Neil Call, who worked on the Acknowledge Alliance board and also worked on the Beechwood board. We understand now as educators that social emotional wellness is not a side project. It's a prerequisite to having kids reach their academic potential. And once that was recognized, we started really looking for some help in that area and asking teachers to figure that out on their own, to add that to their plate, which is already really full. It wasn't the way that we wanted to go about it, so we were really looking for some help in that area. And that's the problem, I guess you would say, that Acknowledge Alliance solves for us, is that they're there to give teachers ideas how they can work with students who are struggling emotionally. They're there to help us build community in the classroom. They're there to support teachers that are feeling stressed. They're there to support students that are in crisis. I think first and foremost, the way that Acknowledge Alliance supports students in a positive way is by giving them strategies of how to be more resilient. The community that we work in, there is a high amount of crime in the neighborhoods that we serve. There are a number of stressors on our kids, things they bring to school each day. And through Acknowledge Alliance, students have been taught strategies on how they can persevere through those challenges and get down to the work of the day. So really, I guess that the simplest way to say it is that Acknowledge Alliance gives our students the ability to overcome difficulties and to be successful in the classroom. Counseling programs that we had been associated with in the past, and the ones that often are found in schools, are, I think, very separate from the community at large. And what makes Acknowledge Alliance unique is that they're really an integral part of our community. They're here with us. They're doing professional development with our staff. They're meeting with staff in support groups. They're present in an informal way in the staff room, being available for conversation. So really that piece of being comprehensive, that they work with all constituents in our community. They don't just work with kids who are being pulled out who have problems. They're here working with parents, meeting with families, meeting with other counselors from outside organizations, modeling for us the types of behaviors that are going to show kids that we're listening. All of those things, I think, make Acknowledge Alliance unique, that they're really a part of our community rather than a separate organization that comes in to solve a problem that's considered to be separate from what the school does. Problems that would occur if Acknowledge wasn't with us, students who were in crisis would not be supported as they needed to be. Community would not be built in the classroom the way it needs to be. Teachers in particular, I think stress levels and burnout levels would be much higher than they currently are now. And our teachers have really become much more aware of, when we talk about compassion fatigue. I mean, all of them care so deeply about helping these kids, and Acknowledge Alliance has really made us aware that, there's really a limit to what you can give, and that taking care of ourselves is really important. So I think teacher stress, teacher burnout would be much higher had we not been made aware of what can happen to us as people who serve children, what can happen to us if we try to do too much and not learn when to let go and when to make a healthy choice for ourselves. I think the same is true for our families. More and more, our families are reaching out and accepting counseling and social emotional well-being as a really important part of their child's life. And rather than just say things like they're lazy or they need to try harder, our parents have become much more understanding about this part of the human condition. And without Acknowledge Alliance, they wouldn't have been able to learn how to listen to their children, to take a different perspective, and to be more empathetic towards their children and what their children might be going through if they're going through a divorce, or if there's been a death in the family, or if someone has lost a job. You know, our parents are learning that that affects the child, even if they don't really know about it. They are feeling something in the home, and Acknowledge Alliance has been there to help our families understand that and to help them know that that's okay, and to help them to think of ways that they can help their children through these difficult times in their family. I think people should support Acknowledge Alliance because it's an organization that I've been able to watch help children, to help teachers, and to help parents. And I can tell you personally that working closely with our resilience counselor, it might sound like an exaggeration, but it has been it's been life-changing for me. The way that I approached this job before I started working closely with our resilience consultant is really different. It's significantly different. It's changed my practice. It's changed the way I do discipline. It's changed the way I build relationships with students. It's changed the way I work with parents. Much less judgmental, much more empathetic and understanding. And the results are there. I can tell you that discipline problems are down. Academic achievement is up. And I think without Acknowledge Alliance, we wouldn't be able to say that here at Beechwood School. So to me, the value of Acknowledge Alliance is clear, and it's been a great thing for me personally, a great thing for my career, and a great thing for the Beechwood community.